Good morning, UUSS. We're glad to have you with us this morning as we celebrate the remembrance of our beloved dead. Please, if you're able, stand with us and sing, or if not, as you are, stand and come with us and sing Gathered Here.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday service, whether you're here in the sanctuary or whether you're with us on Zoom. We're happy you're here. Happy Halloween almost. I'm Roger Jones, and my costume is one of minister, one of the two costumed ministers serving you, along with the Reverend Lucy Bunch. And this is our annual service honoring our departed loved ones, entitled, We Call Our Beloved Dead. If you'd like to follow what's happening with an order of service, a printed copy is on the table back there by the doors, or you can click the link in the Zoom chat. The Blue Sheet weekly calendar of activities and upcoming events is also on the table back there, and it's online. You can click the link in the chat for the Blue Sheet. While you're going to the table back there, you may want to pick up also this list printed on cardstock, which is the memorial roll call for a little bit later in the service. We invite you to explore the ways that we live out our mission, which says we come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. Our weekly message comes out by email every Friday. You can find it on our website, too. It has news and announcements of events, invitations to volunteer opportunities, and a minister's pastoral message. If you're new to UUSS, we're glad you're here. We hope you will fill out a newcomer's card, which you can find online in the link that's in the chat. But if you're here, you can find the newcomer's card on paper at the welcome table after the service. We hope to be able to connect with you that way. After the service, if you're on Zoom, we have about 12 minutes of conversation in smaller breakout rooms. And here on campus, you can check out the connections table in the welcome hall. Out on the patio, you can enjoy coffee, tea, and conversation. And today on the patio, our family ministry volunteers have brought some apples and cookies to share with the community on the patio for those who are not quite satisfied with lemonade and who need a little bit more. I want to tell you that our annual service auction fundraiser will take place on a Saturday evening, the 12th of November, right here. Ticket sales for this delicious dinner event are on sale until almost midnight on Halloween, which is tomorrow night. And it's important that we sell all the tickets before tomorrow night because shopping day for the food is for some of the food is the next day. And Chef Tiki needs to know how much to buy. Bidding for the silent auction will start on November 1 online. You can find that on our website, and we'll send out an email link in the weekly message. And if you are donating a gift basket for the raffle, you can bring it next Sunday through Wednesday. After church today, if this is too much information, I just told you, you can visit the auction table on the patio if you have questions. Next Sunday morning, we are very happy to have a great guest preacher for this year's sermon series about finding our way to the future as a religious movement. The Reverend Dr. Sherry Prudhomme is professor of religious education at Star King School for the Ministry. And among other things in her background is that she is a founder of Chalice Camp, which is a summer day camp based on UU values and heritage, and also on climate change and love of the earth. And her sermon title for us is Love for This World, Unitarian Universalism and the Opportunity for a Commonwealth of Humanity in Balance with the Earth. Sherry will lead a discussion forum after the service. Once each month, we have a circle service, which means that here in the sanctuary, we are gathered as a community of all ages. And next Sunday, religious education programs will resume. If you are a child or a youth and you have not already noticed, over to my right is the crafts table hosted by the Fountain family. And there is a children's altar there to honor beloved people or pets whom you miss. And if I could have your attention over there, everybody, Archer and Fletcher and Annika and whoever else is over there, and anybody who wants to go over there. I have a few things to tell you about the service. In a little bit, we will ask you to stop so you can help the ushers collect the offering. And later on, you will be invited to come up here and participate in the ritual of remembrance. And there will be 1 or 2 times in the service when we will ask everybody here to be very quiet for a few minutes together, and we will tell you when that is. Otherwise, we will ask you to use your inside voice. Everybody should use your inside voice or whisper. And if you feel restless, you can move around in the sanctuary, out there. And if you are not a child or you're not at the crafts table, I have some words for you as well. As we gather today as a community of all ages, the service will include more movement and more energy and more sound than usual. And if you feel distracted, you are welcome to relocate to another side of the sanctuary or to the welcome hall where you can hear the service, or you can wander around if you need to. So as Jade and the Kids Freedom Club come up here for a presentation, please check your cell phone to make sure that it's on silent mode to assist everyone to be more present and mindful in the service or present at home. Come on up. Irina, thank you for the intro music, but we're not doing the centering music just yet.
What up, y'all? Good morning. How y'all doing? Happy Halloween Eve. So we're here to talk about Freedom Club. So what is Freedom Club? Really? Freedom Club is a nonprofit organization here at UUSS that raises money to free those that are being trafficked in labor. So first, Paul is going to tell us what Freedom Club is known for.
Hello, everybody. My name is Paul, and we as Freedom Club have put together many events in a wide variety of ways. First of all, we have put together an annual pancake breakfast for the congregation for 8 years. We have also done other events like a jogathon, a chocolate tasting, a garage sale, an abolitionist muffin sale, and a letter writing campaign.
Next, Lottie will tell us where the money goes.
The money you all The money you all donate is given to the Free the Slaves organization, allowing them to send in people to not only liberate these enslaved people, but help them rebuild their lives and get an education. Your money has helped free 182 Ghanaian children, educate over 1,100 children, and prosecute 50 slaveholders.
I know, that's crazy, huh? Alec is now going to tell us what special recognition Freedom Club got.
Last year, the Freedom Club was recognized as Free the Slaves' most successful youth fundraising group in the nation. And we had the opportunity to meet with one of the leaders of the organization.
I know, that's also crazy. Up next, Justine is going to tell us about recruiting.
Right now, everyone in Freedom Club, besides me, is a senior in high school, which means sadly they'll all be leaving next year. So we're currently working on recruiting kids from Soul Kids and the junior high youth group so we could keep our club going. It would be really special to us to get new kids to keep on fighting for this cause.
So, speaking of events, who's excited to hear about the events? Yes, I am. Our upcoming events include our annual pancake breakfast, woo, meeting with Congressperson Ami Bera, making seasonal decorative crafts, and our new formal gala dance, so get your fancy boogie on. There will be a sign-up sheet in the lobby RE table. We would love your kids to join, and we would love to see you there. Thank you, guys.
Good morning. I'm Celia Buckley, one of the lay worship associates this morning, and this is now the time where we light the symbol of our faith, the flaming chalice, and I invite those of you at home on Zoom to get your chalice ready while I read the chalice lighting words written by Florence Kaplow. As we kindle this flame, we honor and remember those who have passed into mystery. Their brightness lives on in our vision, their courage lives on in our commitments, and their love continues to bless the world through us.
Good morning. I like being closer to you. It's very nice. At this waning time of the year, when the world itself sometimes seems to be darkening into fear and despair, our connection to our beloved dead is more important than ever. Memories can encourage us to stay strong and connected. The challenges our ancestors faced in their lives can be a source of inspiration for how we face our own difficulties. Thinking back over the past years often helps us to take a longer view of the challenges in our world. And in the same way, the joys that our ancestors felt and shared in their lives can lighten our spirits and bring fond memories that sustain us. Today, we will celebrate and remember our beloved dead. We will hear a homily, sing familiar songs, and have a chance to share with each other the names of those who have gone before us and offered us their gifts. Let us begin now with the memorial roll call of those who have died in the past year, led by Reverend Roger.
The memorial roll call includes members and friends and loved ones of members who have died since the last service, since last October 2021. And if you would like to have one to read from, as we read aloud, they're on the back table, or you can take it home because they will be on the slide as well. And I will read each name and then ask you to respond by reading the name after me. And the first name I will give you is not on the slide because her passing was recent. Louise Gober Smith. Gloria Ackerman. Kathy Bernard. Tim Benjamin. Thomas Burnett. Shirley Darling. Tony Darling. Linda Dawson. James Denbor. Edward Dean. Sonia DeFoo. Bill Forrest. Julie Gardner. Edie Hedgecock. Richard Hayden. Carol Jerome. Jack Kennedy. Anne Sun Lemon. Robert Lemon. Marlene McCampbell. Harold Valjean Manicky. Helen Billy Menz. Bob Moorhead. Bruce Moulton. Clella Bay Murray. Era Rowena Buckman Pizanowski. Ray Reynolds. Ray Rhodes. Pamela Rock. Margaret Spielman Rogers. Fred Schlepfer. Georgine Tarble. Jean Pat Taylor. Don Thomas. Helen Vanderford. Elsie Bissell. Elsie Weisel. Mary Ann Wilhelm. Al Zierenberg.
I invite you now to participate in a responsive reading. I will read the bold line, and you will read the non-bolded line. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them.
In the blueness of the sky and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them.
In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them.
When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them.
When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them.
So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
Let's remain seated and sing Let's remain seated and sing together, Comfort Me. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Dance with me,
Generosity is a spiritual practice, and as a congregation, we cultivate this practice by giving away half of our offerings from every service. Every year, our congregation members vote and select 12 organizations doing great work in the larger community. Voting is still open until midnight tonight for the 2023 Community Partners. All members are encouraged to vote. You can find the link in the weekly message that went out on Friday and is posted on the web page. I voted, and I'd like to tell you who to vote for, but I won't. In October, our community partner is the Native American Health Center. The Health Center is committed to enhancing quality of life by providing a culturally competent, holistic, and patient-centered continuum of care. There are no tribal or ethnic requirements to receive care there. The center plays a major role as part of the safety net in the Sacramento area, where changes to Medi-Cal benefits and the managed care environment have resulted in significant portions of the population left with little or no access to mainstream health care. I encourage you to go to their website to learn more, and please give generously to support this important program. As you can see on the slide, whether you are here in person or online, you can set up your phone to contribute by text message now and in the future. Now, as we enjoy music, our offering will be given and received. And as the ushers come forward, please join me in the offering response. May generosity bless our world. May gratitude nourish our spirits.
I'm really enjoying the fall this year. It seems particularly special after a really hot summer. And then my walks with my dog in the mornings, we pass at least 10 graveyards. Now, these are not associated with a church, or they're not even part of a formal memorial setting. These are on the lawns throughout my neighborhood. Usually there are at least 2 tombstones, often many more than that. They're well worn, but they don't really look like stone. They kind of have odd inscriptions on them, like, "You are next," the letters "You are next," or "I'm a goner," IMAGONER. Some of them say "Rest in peace," RIP, though it appears not to be the case because there's bones strewn out among the burial grounds, and some of them even appear to be crawling out of the graves. Some of these grave sites have cobwebs spread around, or even spooky music playing. What's up with that spooky music? Ghosts are often present and hanging. One house just down the street with me has a 15-foot tall Grim Reaper that greets me every time I pass. Great way to start the day, huh? Of course, you know what's going on here. It's Halloween. Jack-o'-lanterns, trick-or-treating, costumes, parties, ghouls, goblins, and witches. Our holiday is a hodgepodge of traditions, some ancient and some modern. In North America, Halloween is a decidedly secular holiday, one where our celebration seems to get scarier and yet more absurd every year, rivaling the macabre that is present on our TV and our movies. Even death is not scary enough. You got to have those worried about zombies coming and eating your flesh after they're dead. At Halloween, we make scary images of death to frighten ourselves, perhaps distracting ourselves from the reality of death, or laughing at death in a belief that we can minimize it. It's not a coincidence that Halloween occurs at this time of the year. The cycles of the earth make death feel very present. Our gardens are coming to an end. The fields are harvested and empty. Days are shortening. We're all aware that the darkness will be lengthening and deepening in the coming months. From its earliest origins and throughout its developing history, this holiday that we call Halloween has always been about death and ghosts. The Celts believed that on the last night of October, the spirits of the dead returned to the earth to mix with the living. The veil between the worlds of the dead and the living is at its thinnest. They would put food out for the spirits. Fruits of the harvest were given in offering. They call this holiday Samhain. Some cultures take this holiday very seriously, take the idea of death and those who have passed on seriously. In Mexican and Latin American cultures, the Day of the Dead combines the Roman Catholic rituals of All Saints and All Souls Days with millennial-old Mexican Indian traditions. These holidays include such religious rites as masses and prayers for the dead in church. Here the dead are not feared, but welcomed. Some families keep candlelight vigils through the night at the grave sites of the dead, singing and telling their stories. giving their children a connection across time and a connection with their ancestors. Now, to some of us, the idea of spending the night in a cemetery may seem morbid, and calling on the spirits of the dead may seem superstitious or flaky. And yet, these practices of other indigenous cultures may be more mature than our North American approach of avoidance and exploitation of death. Traditional cultures with their mediums and ghosts and reincarnations have understood intuitively something that we've repressed. The dead don't die. They live on. So in our service today, we will celebrate our beloved dead. In just a minute, I will lead you in a guided meditation that will give you an opportunity to visit with your beloved dead. We will speak their names out loud. Though it's not often talked about in predominantly white culture, many people have a practice of talking with their beloved dead. It can be a healing and nurturing experience. When I'm missing a beloved being who has died, I will sometimes go to a place in my mind where I can see them. I can talk to them. I can feel their presence as I remember it. I'll hold a beloved kitty in my arms, a beloved kitty who has died, and feel her soft fur. Or I could ask for advice from my grandmother, long dead and yet vividly remembered. I feel their love and their presence. Do I believe that I'm really talking to them? I don't care. I don't ask that question. It does not matter. I don't need to know. I simply feel their presence and I take comfort in it. The dead are not gone from us. They are here for us in our memories, in our hearts, in our DNA. They are a part of us. In these challenging times, I like to think that they're cheering us on, offering their strength and their power and the endurance of what they survived, offering the power of their love. So let us celebrate this season when the veil between the worlds is thin. Let us honor our beloved dead, opening our hearts and minds to their presence at this time when the spirits are close by. So with these words, I invite our beloved dead into this space. Hail to those who have passed through the veil from life to death, to earth from breath. Hail to those who suffered to gift us with blood. Hail to those who survived to gift us with body. Hail to those whose songs gift us with inspiration. Hail to those whom we knew and loved in life, whose memory we carry with us like a word of comfort. Hail to those who left this land long ago and whose names we honor like a word of hope. Or if we know not their names, whose lives we honor still. We live and love because you lived and loved. We speak and struggle because you spoke and struggled. You live in us as we live in those who will come after us. Grant us the patience, O beloved dead, to see the long view and remember that what we do affects 1,000,000 souls that we will never know. Blessed be. So I invite you now into a time of guided meditation. It has been our tradition to take a journey on this day, a journey where, if you choose to, you can connect with your beloved dead. Your beloved dead does not have to be someone you have known in their life. It doesn't have to be an ancestor of yours, but it could be someone whose life and story have had an impact on you. The first time I did this meditation, Abraham Lincoln decided to come and pass on some wisdom to me. But now, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't start deciding who you will visit, because part of the beauty of this meditation is to let them come to you and trust that the one that comes to you is the one that you need to hear from at this time. So let us begin. Put your feet squarely on the floor and let us take 3 breaths together. Settle into your body and into your chair. You may choose to close your eyes if you are comfortable doing so. And I'm going to ask our kids at the crafts table to be particularly quiet at this time and participate in the meditation if you like. Settle yourself into a place of love and safety as you take a journey in your mind's eye. You are out walking on a beautiful fall day. You see the trees and the colorful foliage, the blue sky. You feel the fresh fall air. You take your time as you stroll down this path. And as you turn a corner, up ahead, you see a clearing, and you hear voices. As you get closer, you see a group of people talking and milling about. There is music and a fire, food and drink, and friendly sounds of conversation. And as you get closer still, you recognize people in the gathering. These are ancestors and friends who have died. Some people you knew who were important in your life. Others you had only read about or seen pictures of. Some of them may be famous people dead who are now dead that you have admired. One of them comes forward and greets you. They are delighted to see you and want to share some wisdom to help you through this difficult time. They guide you to a set of chairs, and you sit down and listen to what they have to say. You listen carefully as they finish what they're saying to you. And they tell you that now it is time for you to return to the realm of the living. Say your farewells. And leave the gathering. Head down the path. And when you are ready, return to the room here and to all of us. Let us all take a deep breath together. We will now come together to name our beloved dead. You may choose to name someone that you knew in your lifetime, a person you did not know but who has influenced your life. You may choose to name a beloved pet. Each of us holds many beloved dead in our hearts, but please just share one name. Before or after you share the name, as you're lining up or as you're walking back to your seat, you may choose to quietly name as many beloved dead as you would like to bring them into our space today. But at the microphone, please just name one beloved dead. So at my signal, you're going to line up on the sides and come to the front. There will be two mics. Oh, Roger doesn't have oh, you do. And Roger is going to read the Zoom people. Zoom people, you are in this. You type your name into the chat, and Roger will share those names with everyone in the room. So you're going to line up. You're going to speak the names of your beloved dead into the microphone. And where are the candles, ladies? Okay. So they're going to hand you a candle, and you'll come, and there's 4 places to light your tea light, and you'll place it in the tray, whichever tray you want to place it in. And then we ask that you return to your seats by the center aisle. If you're at home, please turn on your video, because we'd love to see you as you participate in this ritual and light a candle for your beloved dead. And if you open up your chat box, you can enter their names in, and Roger will read your posts so that all will hear. Let us begin.
Tony Darling.
Sadie Charest.
Hazel Burnett.
Frodo.
Jim Peg.
Bob Bolander.
Selma Morris.
Jeffrey Allen Booth.
Pamela Taylor Randall.
Annette Pacifique.
May Hausman.
Harold Bunky Manicky.
Jana Gillespie Foster Zero.
Yes, it.
Kunle, my brother.
Grandma Marty.
Ken Stice.
Alvin Gatewood.
Pat Taylor. Pat Taylor.
Michael Cable.
Anne Marie Martin Woolley.
Andreas Giza.
Evan Stapleton Hart.
Michael Lee.
Warren Burdace.
Scotty, my darling husband.
My cat Pooh Bear, he was like an older brother to me.
Miss Pamela Rock.
My first dog, Koopy Heidebrecht.
Carol Ray Barger.
Jim Dodson.
Joy Harris.
Odetta.
Stephen Sondheim.
Bob Moorhead.
Alfred Albert Libby Jr. Cher Wei Han.
Mom.
Alice Bell.
Joy White.
Johnny Gudermoot.
Jillian Myra Lawson.
Blair Swartz.
Carol Jerome. Marlene, my beloved sister.
Ida Swartz.
Jane Maxey and George Maxey.
Matt.
Al Zarenberg.
Michael Conway.
Jean Guarnieri.
Ron Walders.
Jonathan.
Lotus Ann.
Marge Wheeler, lawyer.
Harriet Kalaman,
My precious
Lauren.
Lucy.
Linda Dawson.
Wayne Tebow.
Aiding Chan,
Nana Ferris.
Frederick Clinton Howard III.
Leroy and Zola Hinkle, from Terry Preston.
Dave Wilson.
Zool.
Michael Cable,
Bob Hamas.
Casanova.
Bohua Shen,
Elsie Weissel. Neil Dexter Hawkins.
Judith Darlene Bishop,
Tall John Ziatas.
Chris Thompson.
Josh Mercer,
Anna Marie Klopalek Parker.
Lori Gladding.
Wallace Pike.
Terry McGill.
My cat Sonia.
Bob Irvin. Stephen Lee Crump. Chuck James. Fran Kennedy.
Jack and Valerie Bass,
Fergus.
Nana.
Jack and Dorothy Stambler,
Bjorn Carlson.
Hope Buford.
Stella McReynolds.
Our rabbit Bun Buns.
Bridget Crawford Gega,
Terry Rath.
Precious Doji. Kitty Craddock.
Ruth Baker,
Dear friend Tim Benjamin.
Carol Bell Wildcart.
my pet rats Charlotte and Anne,
John and Vincent Ferranti.
Our dog Bridget.
Barbara Jodry,
Uncle Ray Anderson.
Patty Nogales. Janice K. Williams.
Beverly.
Sarah Peterson.
our beloved grandparents,
Freddie Kata.
Budget. Coco.
Mike Kramer.
Norm Tilton.
Adele Shumovich Moslowski.
Robert Murphy.
My sweet husband, Don Thomas.
Danny Mae Boney.
Xinghua Dong,
Frank Roland von Ullman.
Elizabeth Byerly.
John Hamilton McNary.
Gloria Ackerman.
Robert Lemon.
Nancy O'Neill.
Mama.
Nora McLaughlin.
Xiao Tan, Xinghua Dong. The Reverend Charlie Cast. I invite you to take a deep breath with me, in and out. Another deep breath, in deeply and pause for a moment, and then out, exhaling deeply. And one more breath to remind us that we are alive, to remind us that we have shared this air on this planet with all of these beloved departed ones whom we have mentioned and who are in our minds and on our hearts. One more breath. I want to mention, in addition to all those on our hearts, the loss of more than 150 people, mostly young people, trampled in a narrow street yesterday in the city of Seoul, South Korea. We extend our condolences to their loved ones and to the whole nation. Now I invite you to join with me in the spirit of peace as I offer these words of prayer. O Spirit of life, whom we know as the breath entering our lungs and enlivening our bodies, we give thanks for the gift of life and the gift of this new day. O Spirit of love, whom we know as the human touch of kindness and human words of care, we give thanks for those we have loved and lost. On this day of remembrance, help us to call forth all the courage and wisdom and goodwill and hope which they have left to us. We know that among us and within each one of us are memories of relationships which are complicated and may even be a source of pain. Let us relax our hold on the past so that we can be present in these days. Now, as we breathe in and out, may we feel a measure of a sense of letting go. May it make our spirits more bright and our days more bright and our nights more restful. On this day of remembrance, we acknowledge that we have been blessed by so many kinds of ancestors, those of kinship and of friendship, of teaching and learning, of guiding and inspiring, of generosity and patience. We have been blessed by strength and hope and by simple affection, and we give thanks. On every day which we are given to live, let us remember that we are becoming the ancestors of those in the days to come. We are becoming the sources of all the good which people of the future can count on as their inheritance and their legacy. O Spirit of life and Spirit of love, help us to live in this world with lives full of peace, courage, wisdom, goodwill, and kindness. So may it be. Blessed be. Amen.
Past, present, and look to future. We come together now to sing Life Calls Us On. Here
life calls us on. We have shared a radiant tower where the truth has made us free, and the Spirit's gracious power dreams of good that yet shall be. Bright the path before us lies, joyful rivers now we rise. Life calls us on, 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 life calls us
As we extinguish our chalice, please join with me in the words on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but we carry the light, love, and commitment of this gathering into the days to come.
What's the first line of the benediction, Celia? May faith in the spirit of life. Please repeat after me. May faith in the spirit of life.
May faith in the spirit of life,
Hope for the community of earth.
hope for the community of earth,
And love of the sacred in one another.
and love of the sacred in one another
Be ours now and in all the days to come.
be ours now and in all the days to come.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.